We see a continued push to repeal the death penalty, and Jupiter has not yet aligned with Mars, and we're not in the age of Aquarius just yet, but the stars are starting to come in alignment for this bill. We certainly saw at that hearing overwhelming support for repealing the death penalty. Kind of an unprecedented move by Hampton Democratic State Rep. Rennie Cushing, who's a sponsor, producing 110 legislators who also wanted their names on the bill. There isn't any doubt in my mind the New Hampshire House is going to pass this bill. The real question is the state Senate, and we know Governor Maggie Hassan, unlike the last two Democratic governors before her, has said she would sign a repeal of the death penalty, again, as long as it's prospective. It doesn't deal with the Michael Briggs case, the Manchester patrolman who was shot to death in 2006, and who Michael Stix Addison is the only person on New Hampshire's death row. We really don't have a death row, but he's been convicted of capital murder. He faces the death penalty, which is on appeal right now. The real question, like I said, is in the state Senate. We have 5 or 6 state senators who either have never weighed in on the issue before, or if they've weighed in, they're not sure they're going to stay where they stayed before, especially now that there's a governor who supports it when there wasn't a governor before. People kind of forget Maggie Hassan was Senate Majority Leader. When Governor John Lynch didn't want a death penalty, Maggie Hassan did the dirty work for John Lynch. She got the state Senate behind creating a commission to study the issue that split 10-9 on whether to keep the death penalty in place. She's governor now. She gets to call the shot. So folks like Manchester Democrat Lou D'Alessandro always opposed repealing the death penalty. Comes from Manchester, a very strong law enforcement city. Also the home city where Michael Briggs was the patrolman. We're hearing he's wavering. Like I said, there's 4 or 5 other state senators. Ultimately, they're going to determine whether New Hampshire joins 6 other states that have repealed capital punishment in the last decade. Several of them in the last few years, including Maryland. We'll watch that for you here at NashvilleTelegraph.com.